Front-end web development fundamentals. There are four major front-end web development components: HTML5, hypertext markup language, CSS, cascading style sheets, Bootstrap is a popular CSS framework, and JavaScript, which is popular front-end language. Let's talk about HTML first. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It's internationally accepted standard language for creating web pages. HTML describes a web page structure which consists from internal web elements. HTML web elements instruct the browser how to display the page contents. This is a default HTML document schema. Doc type supposed to be HTML, language defaulted. There is inside the HTML tags, there are two major tag sections: head, which includes title, and body, where we create and place web elements. Cascading style sheets. Cascading style sheets, or CSS, is a style sheet language used for styling and presentation of HTML or XML documents. CSS defines the web page styles and saves a lot of work, allowing to cover website multiple web pages all in one default CSS document. In combination with HTML and JavaScript, cascading style sheets is a cornerstone technology of the World Wide Web. There are three styles of CSS: inline, internal, and external. First of all, inline. Inline CSS is written for each specific element in the HTML document. Internal CSS is specified at the beginning of the HTML document. External CSS is the default file that all website HTML files are linked to. Means one CSS file covers all style for all website HTML documents. This is an example when internal CSS is based inside the body, inside the head actually. It's supposed to be, we're supposed to open with style and close with style text, and we apply to specific part of body. Bootstrap. Bootstrap is free, open source front-end development framework for the creation of website and web applications. It contains HTML, CSS, and JavaScript-based design templates for typography, forms, buttons, navigation, and all other types of interface components. Bootstrap is directed at responsive, mobile-first front-end web development and provides a collection of syntax for template design. One of the most important elements of Bootstrap is Bootstrap grid system. Bootstrap's Flexbox grid system uses a series of containers, rows, and columns to lay out and align web pages content. Bootstrap's grid system is highly responsive, and all of the columns will automatically rearrange depending on the user's screen size. On a big screen, it might look better with the content organized in three columns. However, on a small screen, it would be better looking. Bootstrap grid system allows, but on small screen, it would be better looking in many columns. Bootstrap Grid system allows up to 12 columns across the page. In case it's not required to use all 12 columns individually, a full-stack web developer might group the columns together to create wider columns. JavaScript language, JS, released by Microsoft around 1996, is a lightweight, high-level, just-in-time cross-platform interpreted and integrated with HTML programming language, used to create interactive and dynamic elements in web applications and provide support for control flow, functions, methods, event-driven behavior, object-oriented programming, application programming interface, and document object model manipulations. JavaScript is so popular language that is actively utilized for front and back-end applications, while browsers embedded dedicated JavaScript engine executing the client code. So right now, approximately 99% of websites use JavaScript on the client side for web page behavior validation. JavaScript is a great deal for manipulating HTML pages dynamically. It's popular to build mobile application frameworks. JS is great for visiting web pages customers using dynamic pop-ups, user notifications. JavaScript has special libraries and packages to design and develop web games. JavaScript utilized implemented Ajax library backend data, loading during request processing, and can be used for machine learning, IoT Internet of Things with cloud providers. Below is example how JavaScript tagged in React by script tags is utilized embedded in HTML body. Usually we use command document, get element by, and do something. Also there is final element which works with web pages, and I need to cover it. PHP script language. PHP, or Personal Homepage Hypertext Preprocessor, is an open source generated purpose scripting language for web development. Was designed by Danish-Canadian programmer Rasmus Lendorf around 1995. It's recommended to be familiar with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript before learning and applying PHP. PHP cross-platform language scripting code is processed on a web server by a PHP interpreter, available for running on major operating system platforms for the web server programs. What are the advantages of using PHP? It is mostly used for e-commerce web-based applications. PHP developed scripts are executed not on front, but on the server side. PHP is integrated with MS SQL Server, Oracle, MySQL, PostgreSQL, Sybase, and other databases. PHP generates dynamic page contents with data encryption and takes care about cookies. PHP server-side script is embedded in HTML body. This below is an example of PHP implementation. All you need to do is to open with question mark tag PHP and close with question mark. That's it for the web development presentation.